Hello, 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 everybody. So excited to be here with all of you. We have a fabulous show for you today. We are going to be showing you the new 4 styles from the Raquel Welch 2025 Fall Collection. We have 4 bang up styles. I think there's going to be something in here for everybody. So I'm really excited to present these to you. And we also have a very special guest, one of my favorites, joining us today. If you guys don't know Erynn, you'll get a chance to meet her as well. So I'm just going to give you all a chance to check in on your phones, log in, and then we'll get started. So just to let you all know, I am going to try, because I got to show these wigs, and I'm going to do my best to answer all of your questions in proper time. And so I'll try to get to all of them. If not, I will try to think of what you may ask and we'll try to work it out. But don't worry about it. Lots of information in here because these are all signature collection wigs. So you may be used to some of our Featherlight wigs that have come out. These are Raquel Welch signature true to life fiber, gorgeous, bountiful wigs. And like I said, something for everyone in this. So I'll be looking for questions. And just so you all know, just by asking your questions, just by logging in and entering and engaging with us, you'll be entered to win any one of these wigs in any color you prefer by the end of the show. So we will be announcing our winner tomorrow on our Instagram social. So please, if you've engaged today, please check our stories tomorrow and see if you're the winner. So, all right, guys, looks like a lot of you are joining. Fall collection, some new stuff, as I was saying, very exciting. And we have a very special model with us. So you guys may know Erynn. She's done some shows with us before. And we decided to ask her to join us to present this lovely collection. And so I would like to personally bring on and introduce Miss Erynn Real.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Frank. How are you today?
Hi, Erynn. I'm doing great. How are you, darling?
I am fabulous, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everybody to see the 4 new styles. They are absolutely beautiful. You mentioned there's something for everybody. You are bang on. So I'm excited to get started tonight.
I know. And I heard you just kind of recently got your shipment of wigs and you haven't had a chance to really like get into them and work them up and everything. So this will be interesting because were you saying that you just basically pulled them out of the box just now?
Okay, Frank, do you want to know the truth? Okay, and I'm going to share it with everybody. All of you that are listening right now, this is what happened. This is a truth bomb. Okay, so something happened with my calendar and my phone, and I didn't quite remember that we were going live today. And let's just say I was in my bathroom getting ready and totally unready, completely. I'll leave it up to the imagination. And I had 45 minutes, everyone, 45 minutes to get showered, to put on my skincare, to do my makeup. And these 4 wigs were still in their box. So what I was saying to Frank earlier, to everybody else that's watching, is if this is not a great example of how good Raquel Welch wigs are straight out of the box, I don't know what is.
Well, we're going to have to see. This is the litmus test with you, Erynn. So
it is, but it was just I thought, thank goodness I'm doing this with Raquel Welch wigs today, because I had about this amount of time to get ready, not only personally, but to get these beautiful 4 new styles ready to share with you all today.
Oh my God. I don't think I could have done it. So kudos to you.
I was sweating a little bit. I got to admit.
Well, you guys, if you don't know, Erynn is a professional. I mean, she's wonderful with makeup, skincare. If you haven't checked out her Instagram, she is on at real.wigfun. At real.wigfun. And she posts about everything, Erynn. I think your channel is just great. And you are a true woman's woman. You're helping all those women out there look their best and feel their best. And I thank you on behalf of them today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. We have the most amazing community, just like you do here at Raquel Welch Wigs. So I'm grateful to be part of it. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So you guys, you may have noticed Erynn is wearing one of the wigs in the 2025 Fall Signature Collection for Raquel. That one is called Curated Cut. And I'm going to bring my lovely mannequin in. Let me bring her in. I still don't have a name for her. I got to name her. I feel like she needs some attention. It's like we've adopted her and just
she
left
needs
her.
a name. She's sassy. She is sassy.
She is. So yes, Curated Cut is a sassy cut. As you can see on Erynn, lots of layers. This is the shortest wig in the collection for fall. And it is basically a very textured, softly layered, I would say shorter cut. But the texture has a little bit of wave to it. Can you guys see that? It's got a little bit of wave and a little bit of movement. And I love the way you just tousled that up, Erynn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be honest, Frank. I wear all kinds of wigs. Is this in my wheelhouse as far as what I personally gravitate to? Perhaps not, but it is the most beautiful short style. And I agree with you. I love the bends in the fiber. I think it's very realistic looking. I think for those that love, to get some volume on the top, I think this is like the perfect fit. And there's different ways to style it, right? Frank, you have yours styled a little bit differently. I am embracing the volume today.
Well, I got to tell you, you're giving me Sharon Stone vibes with that. And I'm loving it. And I love how you have brought out the wave. Because I've styled this a little more demurely. That word, every time I laugh now. But I even tucked it a little bit behind my artificial mannequin ear to show you guys how you could get a more streamlined, more classically tapered look out of it. And I think that's what makes this cut so beautiful is the versatility in it. Now I'm going to take her off the mannequin and show you guys the cap construction on this. So again, this is Curated Cut. And what you'll want to note is construction on this. So a very nice, very durable, wearable wig because of this construction. We have an extended ear-to-ear lace on this. And then we have a fully wefted cap. So that's where that volume's coming from. That's where that durability comes from. We've also added the Memory Cap 3 silicone bands on here, which is great if you're an active person because this really holds onto the head. And then, of course, we have our velvet ear tabs and we have our velvet nape with the hook and loop adjusters. So, this is an average size cap. For those who are asking what size cap this is an average size cap. And all of the styles you're going to be seeing here today are an average size. So I showed you I did it like kind of demurely. I'm going to give her a little bit of a shake now. And Kyle always says, shake it to wake it. So in honor of Kyle, we're going to shake her to wake her. But just to show you how, this wefted area can really bring out some volume and some texture and kind of more like how you're wearing it, Erynn, just kind of tousled with a lot of movement.
Yes. I love the nape too, Frank. I think the way that it lays, like not all short styles lay as beautifully as the nape does on this. And that's one of the things that I think is really important for those of us that wear and enjoy shorter styles like this. Yes. For it to look so natural and sit so close to our nape is really beautiful. I think you guys have done a really great job with that. I love that part of the wig as well.
Thank you. Yeah, you know what? I think that's really important too, especially if you have like a lower neckline and you have your bio hair. Yeah. This really helps to cover that so you don't get any telltale signs that your bio hair is peeking out. So that's really, really helpful. Someone asks, Erynn, if this is heat-friendly fiber. I should say yes. This is all heat-friendly fiber. So if you want to use a curling iron on it, blow dryer on it, flat iron if you so desire, up to 350 degrees, you are at liberty to do so.
So Frank, if you were going to add heat to it and adjust the style a little bit, can you give us some ideas? Like what would you do?
Well, I think if you're trying to get a more conservative look out of it, I certainly would start out with a little bit of like a Restore spray. Yeah. This would give you a more calm look. I would just give it like a light mist throughout, and you can get a much more conservative appeal to it. It'll bring out a little bit of texture. But I am a big fan of volume, as you guys all know. I like the big hair, and I can't help it. So I would what I kind of do, and I like to kick up the crown a little bit, and sometimes I will take a round brush with just a little bit of medium heat from the blow dryer, and I can really get some volume out of this crown. I find that, what I always look for in a shortcut is that beautiful rounded profile and silhouette that gives some lift to the face and gives it some, a little bit of a silhouette that is more flattering. Because I think sometimes when the crown falls flat, I'm not a big fan of that.
Right.
So
it helps celebrate all the bone structure, right?
that angle just comes right up, right?
Yeah. We need to snatch up that jawline, Frank.
Yeah. Well, listen, we should all have a jawline like yours, Erynn, okay?
Oh, well, thank you.
But yeah, so, if you put a little heat in any of the true to life fibers, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, if you take a little heat at the base, that's how you're going to get some volume out of it. Now, if you want to calm it down, definitely start out with a comb, a mist of restore, and take your blow dryer and work down onto the fiber. That kind of compresses the fiber, and you'll be left with a more a tighter look, a closer cropped look. So what I love about Curated Cut, again, is that it's got some flair for a shortcut. It's not a boring shortcut.
Yes.
And I think it gives you an elegant, sophisticated look, but it's also got a freshness to it, and that's what I think really sells me on it.
Frank, what color is it that you have?
Great question. I am showing this in the RL924SS. This is our shaded iced cafe latte. So this is one of our cooler tone colors.
Right.
Which one are you wearing again, Erynn?
I'm wearing shade. No, it's not shaded biscuit. It's shaded sand.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I love shaded sand.
Do you remember, Frank, years ago you had said to me, I was shaded biscuit all day, every day. Every Raquel Welch wig that I had was shaded biscuit. And I was a diehard fan and still am, but you were encouraging me that perhaps some other branching out into some other colors. And you really helped me with that. So shaded sand is a really great, beautiful, I think some dynamic shade. It sort of sits in between shaded biscuit and shaded wheat. Would you agree?
Yes, I totally would agree.
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful, natural, gorgeous color. I love it. It's one of my favorites for sure.
It's one of mine too. And I think people are always looking for the blonde of the shaded biscuit, but are surprised to find that even with this color in the shaded sand, there is still some luminosity and some brightness in there.
Sure.
It's just maybe a little beigeier and a little maybe slightly warmer.
Right. It's more subdued. Well, I think when I look at it, and maybe I'm wrong, I mean, you're the expert. When I look at this color as a whole, would you say that reads a little bit more neutral, right? It sort of sits there. It's got a great balance of, some cooler tones, warmer tones to give you a really beautiful neutral shade.
Spot on. Spot on. Yeah. If you want that cooler, whitier blonde, you got to go with the shaded biscuit.
Yes.
But if white seems a little harsh for you, then I really think that the shaded sand is a great color too,
Right. Yeah.
So you surprised me today.
I love it.
Yes, guys. So again, people are asking about the cap construction on this. This is just a lace front, and then the rest of the cap is wefted. So it's also, affordably priced. So you get this beautiful fashiony style at a very affordable price. And as I always say, a wefted wig always has more durability. It's going to last you longer, and it's a good investment. It's a good investment, especially if you're an everyday wig wearer. This one, something like this, you can pop it on. You can wear Curated Cut to go to the grocery store. You can wear it to an event. I think it's got a lot of possibility in it. So,
and I think for those that perhaps are not super comfortable in styling their hair, because I'm right there. I mean, Frank, you're the expert as far as being able to style, but a lot of women like myself don't necessarily feel great at and confident at styling. But if you want to get volume because of the cap construction on this particular piece, it's easy enough, ladies, to do with our hands, which I really love. And then conversely, if you want to tame it down, you can do the same with your hands.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing, Erynn, because I do see a lot of people posting on social and stuff like that. And of course, it's maybe someone who's, got a very petite frame, a very petite face, and she'll put on a wig like this and she'll just be like, oh, I mean, look how much hair this is. And this is, well, that one's not designed for you. You know
Right.
what? This is, fuller wigs are designed for someone with perhaps a fuller face, a broader shoulder structure,
Right.
people who to balance their own, physical silhouette.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can't, not one person can wear every style. It just doesn't
Right.
work that way. But
Yep.
it's the important thing is, like you say all the time, Erynn, to appreciate the style and the wig and the construction for
Yes.
what it is. It may not be your go-to style,
That's right.
but it may be someone else's go-to style.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the
So
key to what you said too, for the everyday person that really hits home was that word balance. It's the balance of the style
yes,
itself with whatever, your personal body frame, right?
right,
And you can find
absolutely,
that balance and you know it when you've hit it, right? You can feel
yes,
it, right? Feels
yes.
good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you guys want more information on Curated Cut, just scan that little barcode over there and you'll get all the information, you'll get measurements, you get all the deets. You get all the deets
Oh,
on it. But and you know what, Erynn, when you first put that on, just to be perfectly honest, I
yeah.
was like, "Ooh, that's a lot of hair for Erynn." But now, as I'm seeing you in it and some time is rolling on, I'm like, you know what? That's looking really great on her. So
Right.
a lot of times it's what we're used to,
That's a great point, Frank. And I hear a lot of people will say to me, and this isn't, they'll say to me, Erynn, you can wear anything.
Yes.
And what I'd like to say about that is consider that they see me or you're seeing me always changing my hair. So that's normal to see me that way.
Yes.
When
Yes.
you look at yourself and you get new hair, it's not normal for you to see yourself like that. So you immediately think, I can't wear this style.
Right.
You need to sit with it a little bit, right? And one of the main reasons why you all will say, Erynn, you can wear anything is because you're used to seeing me change it up all the time. So it's not a shock,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, speaking of changing it up,
Change it up.
let's go to our next one. All right, guys, the second wig that we'll be showing you today in the 2025 Raquel Welch Signature Fall Collection is going to be called Main Character. Now you too can be a main character in your own drama.
Love it.
I love main character, and I'll show you why. This is a really cutie. This is the short wig that thinks it's a long wig. So I love this one, and I'm going to be showing it. Well, maybe before I show, you know what I should do, Erynn? Let me go through the cap really quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, because you got it on, so you guys can see. This is basically a mid to short shag cut, if you will. I know that's seems like a dated term, but it's a shag kind of tousled cut. So what else can we call it? So if you're looking at main character, the one that Erynn is wearing right now, you'll see that this has an extended ear-to-ear lace front, so you can move it away from the face very easily. Also, we have a full mono top. So this can be parted in any direction, and you can really customize where you put your part here. We have the stretch lace memory 2 cap from Raquel Welch, and then we have our velvet ear tabs, and of course, our velvet nape. So let's pop her on. So I love this style because it's the perfectly done style, I like to call it. Erynn, what color is that?
It's ginger brown. This is the one that I wore. What did I wear in ginger brown? Was it selfie mode? I can't remember. And it was one of those colors that you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen that color in so
Yeah.
long. It is, when I tell you, when I wear any Raquel Welch wig in this color, ginger brown, people go crazy. They're like, I love that color. And
Well,
it's stunning.
it's gorgeous, and your eyes really pop with that. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes, everybody wants to be the color that they want to be, but sometimes you put on another color and it sings. You know what
Yes.
I mean? And
Yes.
I think that really warms up your skin tone.
It does. It
It kind of
does.
gives you color.
Yep.
You
I
know?
absolutely agree. And, I have a little bit more color to my skin right now,
Yeah.
this time of the year. So I think it's helping to balance that out a little bit. And again, kind of back to the balance. And yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So I am showing it in the 5660. This is our
Gorgeous.
silver. And I think here's what I love about this. Okay, you have this little flirtatious bang, as we said, can be worn off the face because you have the beautiful lace front there, which extends down to the ears. And then you have just this loose
Oh,
texture
okay.
that doesn't look like it was overdone, doesn't look curling ironed. It almost looks like it could be your own bio wave texture. And then this beautifully shattered cut with all these layers, which give it some movement and some looseness and overall just a lot of life. And I think this is so suitable for anyone of any age too. You can
Yeah.
be 20 and look adorable in this, and you can be 60 and look fashionable in this.
Yeah.
I think it just really crosses the barriers. And one of the little things that we have here is this longer fringe piece right in through the front. I
Yeah.
think that's really flattering along the jawline,
It is.
and I think would suit a lot of different people. And that's one of the things I love about it. Erynn, now we were talking about this earlier. You just popped this out of the box pretty much, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw my facial expression, but I was wearing this, and if you guys saw when I first put it on, it was more like this, right? And then when Frank was talking about wearing it off my face, I just simply did this, right?
Yes.
It is so, and this is what I'm talking about. Like when I got these 4 wigs out of the box, literally, 5 minutes before we jumped on here live, I have done nothing to them. And for those that are new to wearing wigs, being able to manipulate a style and make it your own so easily and quickly is not universal. It's not the case with all wigs necessarily. One of
Yes.
the reasons why I absolutely love Raquel Welch wigs is because of that reason. So when you saw me when I went like this and I went, oh, look, it looks beautiful like that too. That's what I was thinking in my mind, right?
Yeah.
So, feel free to make that wig your own. I used to hear that term all the time when I first started learning about wigs. And I thought at first, I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? Make it my own. And it's really
Yeah.
play around with it just like you would with your own bio hair and get comfortable and finding the way that style best suits you and how the style is intended. It's a combination of both.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people buy heat-friendly fiber because they like the beautiful finish. It gives like a natural sheen to the hair. And I think even though it is heat styleable, people don't always take the liberty to do that. So think about it. Like if you really wanted to round a full fringe, take a round brush to this and you could really round brush it down and just trim up a few little pieces. And this could be worn, with the full fringe to even customize it further and get your own kind of feel from it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. And I love styles that are versatile, and I love styles that can change. They're like little shapeshifters. You're not locked in a box with one particular style. And a lot of these mid-lengths really give you that movement and texture and the ability to do that. Some of the long ones just hang long.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's one of the misconceptions, don't you think, Frank, that a wig is the style that it is. And it doesn't have to be, right? So that gives us so much flexibility. So if you're a lady that you have one wig, you can make multiple styles and looks out of that piece.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Someone asks, Erynn, can this be tucked behind the ears? Yes. Erynn, can you maybe tuck a little for us?
Absolutely. And you know what's beautiful? Because you've got that longer fringe piece at the front that Frank was talking about, it looks modern to me, right? It's beautiful. Personally, I prefer tucking on the parted side. Does that make sense, Frank? On the parted side, because there's just less hair. You can absolutely tuck it and then get a different look for sure. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, look at that. Now it's totally streamlined.
Yes.
See, I can't quite do that on my mannequin because she's got half ears. It doesn't. She's very uncooperative.
For sure.
I'm gonna have to get some ears on her.
That's okay.
So you guys, you are looking today at main character. I'm showing it in the RL 5660, which is our silver color. And Erynn, you are showing it in the ginger brown?
Ginger brown.
In the ginger brown. Perfect. And if you guys want more information on main character, all you have to do is scan that barcode and you'll get you'll get measurements and you'll get like cap construction, everything we've kind of discussed today and more just by scanning that barcode. So
Beautiful.
that is great, Erynn. I like it.
Great. Love
I
it.
like it. So I am going to take us to, let's do the third one, which is always trending.
You got
One
it.
should always be trending, shouldn't they?
Absolutely.
So you guys, as I said earlier, at the beginning of the show, remember to ask questions, to participate today, and we will be announcing the winner tomorrow on our Instagram. And so, check up with us tomorrow and see if you've won. And of course, our giveaway for today's show is any one of these lovely wigs that you see in any color that you would like. How about that? Erynn's holding her up like it's like her prize. I know. I know. She's
could
lovely.
win this. No.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could. So before I get into putting this on my mannequin, I will give you guys the construction on this. So this is always trending. And as I was saying, we have the ear to ear, what do we have? Ear to ear lace front on this. But our lace front, I got sidetracked because our lace front also extends into the back. So we have this whole mono area in the side part. So you're going to get some about 1.5 inches of parting flexibility. And you're also going to be able to get that low density feel because this goes all the way to the back. Plus we have our breathable memory cap 3 with silicone bands so that you have a little bit of added security. And then for comfort, we have the velvet ear tabs and the velvet nape with adjustable straps. So this is always trending.
I love it, Frank. I love it. She's gorgeous.
Just a joy, a joy. So always trending is what I like to call just a classic, timeless bob, okay? Yes. And it's just got the perfectly sculpted. First of all, look at the back. To get that round brush, the fact like you walked out of a salon, pretty challenging to get on your own, right? And to get that beautiful, it's just got I would say like a 25-degree graduation in through the nape. So it lays perfectly right along the neckline. And then it's pretty much all one length in through the sides with just some light layering to give it some movement at the very ends. And then of course the side sweep, which is totally, I think is so graceful.
It is so beautiful. Like when you rake your fingers through this, and there's nothing in this, right? I have not put any product, nothing. Like just look how beautiful that lays. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It's elegant. I think it looks very elegant. It looks stunning on you too.
I love it.
I was going to guess the color, but I'm going to just have you tell us the color, Erynn. People want to know the color.
That's okay. It's shaded wheat. So what we talked about earlier, I was wearing in the short style, which was curated cut. I was wearing shaded sand, and what I meant was sort of shaded sand falls between shaded wheat and shaded biscuit. This is shaded wheat. If you wish, I'll grab the other one and show you the comparison.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Yeah, let's do that. It's interesting you say that because guess what?
What?
Guess what I'm showing?
Shaded biscuit.
This is the 1422 SS shaded wheat. A perfect example, the same color you're wearing. A perfect example of how different lighting situations can sometimes affect what your perception is. Different computer monitors, televisions are all calibrated differently. So I'm so glad that you're wearing it and I have it on the mannequin because we can kind of compare.
Yes. Which what I think on mine, to be honest, Frank, I think mine's showing up more true to how it actually is. Sorry. I think it is. Like I'm not seeing in yours as much of the dynamic shade, like the low lights and the beautiful highlights that run through shaded wheat. Like I'm seeing that here. And then this is shaded sand as an example. It's hard to tell the difference between these two here because
you know what, Erynn? When you turn to the side, I can see the little bit slightly more warmth even in your cool lighting, I can see slightly more warmth in the one on the right in the shaded wheat versus the other.
Yes. Yeah. So there you go. I think, one of the things I talk about this a lot on my page, trying to help women navigate finding colors. And I think seeing and looking online at a bunch of different, videos and images helps. But it's no different than our own bio hair, right? I mean, Frank, with your hair as an example, if you're in a dark room, your hair looks darker. If you're in bright sunlight, your hair looks lighter.
Yes,
So
indeed.
expect a bit of that variation, I guess,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. But I think, I mean, I have to say, the shaded wheat is it's got those nice, like beigey blonde highlights in it. And it's got maybe a little more warmth in the low light, but it's such a stunningly rich and beautiful color. And especially like with the root, I think that just gives it so much dimension.
Yeah.
But I think this style, I think in any color really looks stunning. I mean, this in the 410 SS, the Ice Java, is just so stunning if you're a brunette.
I bet.
Yeah. So, and one of the great things that, that this platform allows us to do is to talk about this in a sense that, we were talking about a nice low density, sleek polished bob. That's what this is. And we also mentioned earlier when you saw the cap that we have a mono part in there. That's all. Right. The rest of the cap is wefted. So we've got a beautifully durable and sleek, low density feel on a nearly fully wefted wig.
Right. Right.
So it saves you from having to, incur the extra expense of doing a fully hand-tied wig to get this type of sleek look.
Yeah.
So
I think when I put my hand on the top, and these are like the touch and feel stuff that I think people really would love to hear about. So ladies, like when I'm putting my hand on the top of my head, it does not feel puffy. It does not feel like it's too much. Where I find a little bit of the volume is what is already built into the style to hold that beautiful, curl under or, slight bend, I think, Frank, right? That's where you see some of that volume on this piece is around here to hold the style.
Yeah.
But what I love about this is you're not getting any of that at the top of your head, right? So it's just
exactly.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Someone's asking, Erynn, is the part on your wig the same as where I'm parting mine? I'm parting mine on the wig's left.
Yes.
Is that
so that's correct. So you can see the illusion of scalp is really quite good on this. So again, ladies, this came to me with a zigzag part, right? Like most wigs do. Yeah. I just took my wide tooth comb and I didn't even have time to spray it with water, ladies. I didn't even have time. And I just used my wide tooth comb and went down the center, and it looks really good. It looks really good.
I can't believe you didn't even mist it with water or anything. No. You just put it on. That is amazing.
Put her on.
That is amazing. So if you guys are seeing Erynn's part and it appears on its other side, it's probably just because we're mirrored or our images are changed, Yeah. Am I mirrored? Do I look distorted? More so than normal? I don't know.
You look fabulous.
I don't know about that. So yeah, you guys, if you want a nice, swingy, easy to wear bob that has some polish and sophistication, I got to tell you, check out Always Trending. Again, because of its construction, you still get a super low density feeling wig for a very good price point. So think about that without having to go into like a hand tied. And actually, you know what? I mean, just swing with that, Erynn. Just swing with that. I love the movement. I love just how you look like. Remember, you guys don't remember, it's like the 70s, but remember the Breck girl? Remember? No. It was a shampoo ad for like a herbal balsam shampoo. And she would just sit there and swing her head the whole time. And you look like a Breck girl.
I'd like to say, Frank, I'd like to say I wasn't born yet, but I'd be lying. I just didn't know who that is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they weren't up in Canada. You guys, Erynn hails from Canada. So she's coming to us live today from the Canadian part of the world. And thank you again for joining us, Miss Erynn.
I'm your Canadian girl. I had somebody yesterday say to me, Erynn, you don't sound like you have a Canadian accent. I don't know. I guess I don't.
Really?
Well,
I hear it a little bit.
Do you?
Yeah, but
Maybe it's
people
when
tell me
I
I have
say
a Chicago
A.
accent. A does it.
A.
That puts you in
It looks
an
great,
accent.
eh?
So you guys, one more time. This is the always trending style in the Raquel Welch 2025 spring collection. I'm showing it one more time for all of you asking in the RL 1422 SS. This is our shaded wheat. And incidentally, Erynn is too, wearing it in the 1422 SS, only in a cooler lighting situation. So you guys can see. Lighting does make a difference. So always important to try it out on yourself. Or if you have a staple color that you like, you know, kind of, I say vary within like a shade or two up or down sometimes. And you can
Yeah.
get some color refresh without feeling like it's not you.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
all right, kiddies. Go on to the next one.
Let's go.
Okay. The next one is called On My Way. And On My Way is for all my friends who like texture and movement and want to have some fun. I think this is a great wig for that. I'll show
And
you guys the cap
bangs.
construction.
And
And
bangs.
bang.
Do you know how many
Yes.
people I have asking me for bangs? They're like, Erynn, I need wigs with bangs.
I know.
So here you
I
go.
feel like you know we always just kind of you know forget the bang people, and so this is for our bang people out there, or fringe if you're watching in the UK.
Fringe.
Um,
Is that what Kyle
here
would
we
say?
are.
Would you call it
Yeah,
fringe?
I don't
Okay.
know. Kyle says everything now. I don't know. He's been here too long. Like he'll say bang, fringe. I don't know. Sometimes he'll come up with a word I've never heard of either. So I don't know.
I love them.
So this is the On My Way wig. And what you're going to find on this is an extended ear-to-ear lace front. You're also going to see that we have a full mono top on this. So the wonderful thing about that is, what do we always talk about? Your parting options. So very nice full mono on that. This is on the Memory Cap 2 stretch cap from Raquel Welch. Oh, someone was asking before. Yes, these are all average size caps for Raquel Welch. Then we have the velvet ear tabs and velvet nape for your comfort, and the hook and loop adjusters. You could size it up or down if necessary. So, Erynn, you just took her out of the box not too long ago. I'm just going to give her a nice little shake. Okay.
Yeah. What color do you have? What color? Don't tell me we have the same color again.
Do
no,
we?
You don't.
I have the 410SS, the Iced Java.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yours is a little different, right?
Yes, mine is shaded. This is, ladies, this is shaded hazelnut.
I was going to say it looked like 829 SS.
Oh, so gorgeous. And then the color Ice Java that you have there, Jess, Hair Loss Girl Boss, wears Ice Java like, no.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
What's with you and I today with the colors? I'm saying it wrong. I don't have Ice Java.
What do you have?
This is RL 1012. It's Sunlit Chestnut.
Okay, I
So
saw
it's
some
neutral.
warmth in there. Frank, I saw some warmth in there, and that's why I thought that we may have the same color. And I'm like,
I know.
It's Ice Java. Okay, Frank.
No, you know what it is? Because it's this. Okay, so here, let me explain, people. Let me explain. So On My Way, which is this one in the RL 1012, the Sunlit Chestnut, it's a very neutral, very tapered brown. So when I first saw it, I thought it was the highlighting from the Ice Java, but it is not. In fact, this is the Sunlit Chestnut, which is a beautiful chestnut color, right? I'll hold it a little closer for you guys. I noticed when we were doing the color. You guys see that?
Yeah, now we can, Frank.
So it's a beautifully balanced chestnut brown. I mean, if you ever saw a chestnut, this looks like a chestnut.
Yep, it sure does.
So I love it because you have this mono top, which gives you a very, very low density top. So this is all mono, right? And then what we did is we put kind of like a butterfly bang. I don't know if you've caught that yet, Erynn, but look, you see these bangs that kind of have like they kind of like flip out. So you get, it kind of goes into the side of the face by the temples to open that up even further. And then we go into this soft wave. It's not a curl per se, a barrel curl, but it's just a soft wave that comes right to the shoulders. So you got some body, you have some movement, and it all kind of is designed to just kind of sweep away and be kind of worn tumbled. That looks so good. It looks better on you than it does on the mannequin.
Oh, come on.
No,
Oh,
really, you
well,
bring it to life. Sometimes it's hard because this one doesn't have much of a personality.
okay, so let me tell you the truth. So the 5 minutes before we jumped on here, I
Yeah.
put it on for the first time, and my first thought, like, I bet, if you're being honest, those ladies, you guys that are watching, when I first put it on, before I fiddled with it a little bit, what'd you think? You thought, oh, that's not Erynn. But when you start playing around with it, and like I just kind of my forehead is kind of short. So
Yeah.
I just like did this a little bit, like just it back just a smidge. And now it falls in the place, and then just sort of went like this with the bangs. So at first I was not sure. I'm just going to be very honest.
Yeah.
And then I start living in it and playing with it and moving around. And then I became my alternate personality that I am rocking today with this
But you
wig.
know what? It's very youthful on you. And
Oh, well,
listen, I'm going to tell
thank
you
you.
something else. You're also putting that on in the shaded hazelnut, which is not a typical Erynn color. I bet if you
No,
had that in the shaded wheat, or if you had that in the biscuit,
yeah.
I bet you would have a lot of fun with that.
You know what I almost think though, Frank? When I wear a style that is pretty outside of my box, right? My comfort zone.
Right.
I
Yeah.
find that when I do it in a color that is also outside of my comfort zone, and I know it doesn't sound like it would make sense, but it feels more like I can become that different personality versus trying to like stuff a style into what I'm comfortable.
Well,
It's like that's kind of how I feel with this, but it sounds
that's a
weird.
good point because, right? I mean, you can you're expecting to feel different in it, right?
Yeah,
In its color you would normally wear.
yes.
So, I mean,
I,
I think you almost when you're getting into the wig game, okay? If you've been doing it for a while or for a very short time, I think you have to approach it almost with the spirit of an actress.
yes.
And oh, look at the highlights in there, Erynn. You can't see it. When you spin
No.
around, you can really
Yeah.
see the highlights. You guys wanted to just to mention. Someone said, "Can you trim the bangs?" And why do we sometimes make the bangs the length that we do so long? Well, I do like to leave the bangs a little bit on the longer side for customization because I happen to have a short forehead. Some people have taller foreheads, and when the wig is sitting right and the ear tabs are in the right place, it could fall differently, the fringe on everybody. So I like to leave them a little bit on the longer side. So if you want to customize them, you can, rather than have a really short bang that you can't wear the wig at all. So I just sprayed her with a little bit of Restore and just kind of tossed her around a little bit. I got a little more volume into the crown, which you can get if you want. So yeah, I think this is a fun wig. You know what?
Yeah.
Basically, kind of to me, if you guys have tried Flip the Script,
Yes.
but you maybe felt Flip the Script was a little bit too much body, a little too full,
Hmm.
and feathery. This is kind of a softer version. Like I said, lower density into the
Yes.
top because of the monofilament,
Yeah.
and it's like a soft butterfly cut transitioning into some
Right.
waves. So
It
um,
feels airy. It feels airy down here, Frank, like because of the way that the layers are and the wave
yeah,
falling. And like I mean that in a good way. It feels airy and light down here, which is, it's just I don't know that I've tried a style like this that feels as good as it does. And it's very
yeah.
outside my traditional box, which I think is beautiful. I think it's beautiful.
It's giving me a little bit. I'm getting a little bit. I don't know, Jacqueline Smith vibes. I don't know what
Oh
I'm getting.
yeah, there you go.
I don't
Maybe,
know.
maybe.
It's whatever. That's what you're giving me. That's what you're
Uh,
giving me, Erynn. You guys, don't forget, if you have any questions, please feel free to chime in because anyone who asks questions today or participates in the show, even by commenting, you'll automatically be entered to win any one of these 4 styles that we're showing you today in the 2025 spring collection. So Look at Erynn. Yeah, see, you could barrette that. I mean,
Yeah.
barrette. How do you say it?
Barrette.
Is
I
that
don't
how
know.
you say it in
You
Canada, or is that just how
you
you
can
say it?
you can clip it. You can clip it up.
You
We'll
can.
leave
I
the
mean,
funny words to Kyle.
exactly. But I mean, also, a good brushing. If you brush through all this fiber, you can really bring down. I mean, because I got you guys. I love volume, but you can really, bring her down and not have as much volume and width in her if you want. And Erynn, did you? I was just gonna say, will you tuck it behind your ear so we could see if we were to tuck it behind your ear?
There you
I think
go.
so cute.
Absolutely. And you know
Yeah,
what? You know what I love about these bangs and the way, sorry, what did you call this section? The butterfly sort of cut
I
through
guess a
there.
butterfly bang is a good
Yeah.
way to put it. Yeah.
But when you pull your hair up and back, it's really beautiful, right? It's soft, so
Yes.
and feminine. So for many of us, when we pull our hair back, we feel a little bit naked. So to have some of those pieces out the front is very flattering and beautiful.
Yes. Yes. I think this would lend itself to, um, like an evening attire.
Yeah,
I think it's great with jeans and a t-shirt too.
yeah,
Again, it's another one of those styles I like to say is an undone done style because it's got a
yeah,
definite personality,
yeah.
but it doesn't look overly contrived in my
That's
opinion.
right. Yeah.
It doesn't look like you tried too hard to make it a definitive style.
Yes.
So again, you guys, you're looking at On My Way. That's the name of this one. And if you're looking for details and more information on it, feel free to scan the barcode. It's right there at the bottom, and you'll get all the info that you need, and maybe more.
Probably more.
Yes, indeed. So, fall collection here. I mean, I think we got some nice looks for the fall. I think we were showing before. We had our shorter version of kind of like this layered little tossly style, which we love. Then we also have, this was the main character, if you guys remember, and main character is that nice little shaggy cut, a
Yeah.
great fall look.
Yeah.
This goes great with that wonderful thick cable knit turtleneck sweater. I mean, you're going to look so
Yeah.
casually chic.
Absolutely.
Um, and oh, don't forget Always Trending. Let's go back and look at Always Trending. Beautiful classic bob, sophistication,
Gorgeous.
polish. And then for something tossly and free, and if you got a little energy and you got a little spirit, I definitely think that you got to consider On My Way.
Absolutely.
So to recap, everyone, these are heat-friendly fibers. All of the wigs you saw today in the fall collection are average size caps, but don't forget you have those adjusters in the back, which you can tighten them or open them up a little bit. All of them come with at least a lace feature. So,
And I think, Frank,
yeah,
if I can add, a lot of people ask, how does the average fit? And it's, in my opinion, true to average. So it's not on the small side, it's not on the large side, it's bang on, in my opinion. I have a 22-inch circumference head. I didn't
yes,
adjust any of these wigs. I didn't adjust any of them. And there is room to bring them out a little bit and certainly to bring them in. So for those that are wondering, I know that's a pretty common question.
yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking to ask you that, and it's like escaped me.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you though, Erynn. You say you fall into like an average.
So my circumference is 22 inches,
Okay.
which is on the higher end of average. Um,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, I'll wear an average size cap, but you know what? There's times where I can wear a petite average, and there's times where I can make a large cap work as well. I'm sort of in that
Right.
spot.
So does your own bio hair are you considering that? Like, does that contribute to it, or
Yeah.
is your natural hair not thick enough to really affect the sizing of the cap?
It's thicker now than it used to be, but
Okay.
really not in a meaningful way, Frank, to make a difference. When I measure,
Yeah.
with my hair tied back in the way that I typically wear it. So for me, and it may be messed up right now, I use a pressure sensitive clip. I take my hair like
Oh yeah.
ponytail, twist it, and then clip it like that. So you can see, I mean, I don't have a lot of bulk on the side here or even in the back that's really contributing to a larger space that's needed.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So good. So you are a perfect example. So follow Erynn's lead, guys. If you're asking about measurements or sizing on the cap, this is our Raquel average, and like we said, you can adjust it to accommodate a lot of different head shapes. I'm going to go back and show one more time one of my favorites in the collection, just to leave you with that as we go. And this is our main character wig. Again, very textured, very loose style. I think this is really going to be just a knockout style for so many people, and I'm excited to get your feedback on it. So, oh, Erynn, you're going back to it too?
Well, because you're stressing me out, dude. You're like, well, we're changing the make. Okay.
I didn't mean for you to change.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we were. That's okay.
No, no, no. I didn't mean for you to change. But thank you for doing it. We'll remind people one more time. I just think this is a really cutie, and I think it's a really standout one for Raquel Welch and this collection, but the collection in general, because we don't have anything like this. This loose, kind of undone, shattered all over kind of look. And so I just wanted to present it again.
Yeah.
So you guys, Erynn, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
It's always fun with you, and I was so looking forward to seeing you. I feel like we don't get to chat often, but when we do, this is a great way for us to kind of catch up before the show and or after. So everybody watching, thank you so much. As you know, any of you who participated were entered to win one of these styles. We will announce that tomorrow on our Instagram. So keep your eyes peeled, because you may be one of the lucky winners of any of these styles in any of the colors you choose. So, all right, kids. Have a wonderful fall.
Best of luck to everybody. I can't wait to see who wins. Let us know in the comments, though, like, what's your favorite? Which one do you have your eye on? What's your favorite color? I'm personally looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So enjoy your fall. Enjoy your new looks. And we'll see you with another Facebook Live very soon.